The house at the end of Thistle Lane didn't have a number. It had a feeling, a heavy, damp air before a storm feeling that clung to your skin even from across the street. It was the house we dared each other to touch, the one where the porch light flickered on at 3:07 a.m., every single night, for no reason at all. We called it the Echo House, because Old Man Hargrave, who lived there before he vanished, was a sound engineer. Rumor was he'd wired the whole place to record. When the "for sale" sign went up, moldering and crooked, we figured it was a prank. No one would buy it. But someone did. Her name was Alara Vance. She was a composer, she said, seeking quiet. She moved in on a Tuesday, with just a single suitcase and a grand piano hauled in by 3 grim-faced men. From my bedroom window, I watched her. She didn't open curtains. She didn't air out rooms. She just sat at the piano, motionless, for hours. The first change was subtle. The birds stopped singing near Thistle Lane. Not a sparrow, not a crow. Just silence. Then came the hum. A low, electrical hum that started in the walls of the houses nearby. My parents blamed faulty wiring, but it pulsed, faintly, in time with the flicker of that 3:07 a.m. porch light. One night, unable to sleep from the hum, I saw her. Alara wasn't at the piano. She was standing perfectly still in her front garden, barefoot in the dewy grass, her head tilted as if listening. Not to the silence, but to something in it. I followed her gaze to my own house. To my window. The next day, my mother asked me to stop playing my guitar. "The notes sound wrong, dear," she said, rubbing her temple. "Tinny, like they're coming from far away." Then my dad's voice on the phone to his brother started to warp. Mid-sentence, his cheerful tone would stretch, slow, and deepen, repeating the last word 3 times in a decaying echo. "The game. He'd hang up, pale, blaming a bad connection. But the worst was the echoes. Real echoes of things that hadn't happened yet. I'd drop a glass in the kitchen, hear it shatter, only to see it still teetering on the edge of the counter before it fell. I'd hear my mother call me for dinner a full minute before her actual voice traveled upstairs. Our house was becoming a preview. A recording. Driven by a cold dread, I crept to the Echo House one evening. The front door was slightly ajar. The hum was a physical pressure inside, a thrum in my teeth. The interior wasn't a home. It was a sound studio. Microphones hung from the ceilings, wires snaked across the floors, all leading to a central control room visible through a glass panel. And in the living room, sat the grand piano, its lid open like a gaping mouth. On the piano's music rest wasn't sheet music. It was a seismograph-like roll of paper, slowly scrolling. A needle was etching a jagged line onto it. I leaned closer. The line wasn't random. It pulsed in time with the hum. It was recording the hum. Alara's voice came from right